5 proven signs your vibrational energy is about to explode. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey when something shifts so dramatically that your entire reality starts bending in ways you never thought possible. It's almost like the universe itself is waking up inside you, rearranging everything to align with a new, more powerful version of who you are. But here's what most people don't realize: this shift doesn't happen randomly. It doesn't come as a gentle tap on the shoulder. When your vibrational energy is about to explode, it shakes you to your core. It disrupts your life, it challenges your beliefs, and it forces you to confront everything you've ever known. And if you don't understand what's happening, you might mistake it for chaos when, in reality, it's the most divine upgrade you've ever received. You see, energy doesn't just rise in a straight line. It builds, it intensifies, it pushes against old limitations until, finally, it reaches a breaking point, a moment where the only possible outcome is a quantum leap. But before that leap happens, there are signs, unmistakable signs, that your vibrational energy is about to explode, that you are about to step into a whole new frequency, that your manifestation power is about to multiply beyond anything you've ever experienced. The question is, can you recognize these signs? Or will you resist them, mistaking them for signs of struggle when they are actually signs of transformation?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
The first and most undeniable sign is the feeling of intense emotional waves. Not just ordinary emotions, but overwhelming surges of energy that come out of nowhere. One moment you feel euphoric, connected, unstoppable. The next, you feel deeply introspective, almost as if something inside you is dissolving. These emotional extremes are not random. They are your energy recalibrating. Think of it like a dam holding back a massive river. When the pressure builds up enough, small cracks begin to form and water starts leaking through. These leaks are your emotional surges. They are proof that the energy within you is becoming too powerful to be contained. And soon that dam is going to break, and when it does, your entire reality will shift in an instant. But here's where most people go wrong. Instead of embracing these emotions, they resist them. They try to maintain control, to suppress, to stay positive at all costs. But resistance only delays the inevitable. If your vibrational energy is rising, there is nothing you can do to stop it. You can either flow with it or fight against it, but one way or another, it will explode. And when it does, everything that no longer aligns with your new frequency will be forced out of your life. Relationships, jobs, beliefs, habits, anything that cannot exist in your new vibration will be stripped away. And this is where the second sign appears. Sudden loss. Unexpected endings. Things you thought were permanent suddenly falling apart. To the untrained eye, this looks like destruction, like everything is going wrong. But in reality, it is divine intervention. You cannot hold on to the old while stepping into the new. If your vibrational energy is rising, the universe will remove everything that is keeping you anchored in the past. And this is where most people panic. They try to hold on, to resist the change, to cling to what is familiar. But again, resistance only creates suffering. You must learn to trust the process, to understand that when something leaves your life during an energetic shift, it is not a loss, it is a clearing. The space being created is necessary because what is coming is so much greater than what is leaving. And this is where the third sign emerges: synchronicities so powerful they cannot be ignored. Repeating numbers, vivid dreams, strange coincidences that seem too perfect to be chance. These are not random. They are signals. Messages from the universe confirming that you are on the edge of something massive. And the closer you get to that explosion of energy, the more intense these signs become. It's almost as if reality itself is trying to get your attention, whispering, "Pay attention." Everything is about to shift, But here's the real secret: these signs are not just confirmations. They are invitations. When you start seeing them, you are being asked to align, to prepare, to step fully into the energy that is calling you forward. But most people ignore them, writing them off as coincidences when they are actually doorways into a new reality. So I want to ask you, right now, in this moment, are you feeling these shifts? Are you experiencing these signs? Because if you are standing at the edge of something incredible. The question is, will you step forward or will you hesitate, waiting for permission that will never come? Because the truth is, your vibrational energy is not waiting for you to be ready. It is moving, rising, expanding. And the only thing left for you to do is decide whether you will rise with it or resist and suffer. The hidden chance before the breakthrough, why everything feels like it's falling apart right before your energy explodes. There is a secret about spiritual transformation that no one talks about. Right before your vibrational energy explodes into something powerful, right before you step into your next level, everything around you seems to collapse. It's like the universe is testing you, stripping away all sense of stability, making you question everything. And if you don't understand what's happening, it feels like pure chaos, like you're losing control, like nothing is working. But what if this wasn't chaos at all? What if this breakdown was actually a divine setup for something greater? Most people assume that when they are on the right path, everything should flow effortlessly. That if they are raising their vibration, life should feel lighter, easier, more aligned. But that is not how energy works. Before expansion, there is always contraction. Before birth, there is always destruction. The old version of you, the one that was built on outdated beliefs, fears, and limitations, cannot exist in the new frequency you are stepping into. So it begins to dissolve. And that process can feel terrifying because it challenges everything you've ever known. You might start noticing that things that once felt stable now feel uncertain. Plans fall apart. People you thought would always be there start distancing themselves. Opportunities that seemed promising suddenly disappear. At first it feels like punishment, like you must have done something wrong, like maybe the universe is rejecting you. But the truth is, this is not rejection. This is redirection. The universe is not taking things away from you, it is clearing space for something greater. It is removing everything that is no longer in alignment with your new vibration. And if you do not see this for what it is, you might try to hold on to the very things that are meant to leave. This is where the real suffering begins, when you resist the clearing. When you try to force something to stay that is already energetically gone. Relationships that no longer serve you. Jobs that drain your soul. Habits that keep you small when your energy rises. These things cannot stay. They will either evolve with you or they will fall away. And in this moment, you have a choice. Do you trust the process or do you fight it? Because the truth is, the more you resist, the more painful the transition becomes. The reason why this chaos feels so intense is because you are being stripped down to your core. Everything that is not truly you is being exposed. Old fears resurface, doubts creep in. Deep, hidden wounds that you thought you had healed suddenly feel raw again. And this is where most people break. They assume that because they feel fear, they are failing. That because they are struggling, they are not spiritually evolved enough. But this could not be further from the truth. These feelings are not signs of failure, they are signs of activation. They are proof that your vibrational energy is building, that you are on the edge of a massive breakthrough. But here's the paradox: right before your energy explodes, right before your reality shifts, you will feel like you are moving backward. You will feel stuck, lost, uncertain. This is because your old energy is still trying to hold on, still trying to pull you back into comfort, into familiarity. Your mind will try to convince you that nothing is changing, that you are wasting your time, that you should go back to the way things were. But this is the final illusion, the last test. Because the truth is, you are not stuck. You are in the void, the space between the old and the new, the moment before everything clicks into place. And this is where most people give up. They mistake the void for failure when, in reality, it is the most powerful place to be. This is the space where you are being recalibrated, where your energy is aligning with something beyond what you can currently see. And the only thing you have to do in this moment is trust. Trust that the breakdown is actually a breakthrough in disguise. Trust that the chaos is not a sign of failure, but a sign that your energy is about to explode into something extraordinary. So I want to ask you, are you in this space right now? Are you feeling the chaos, the uncertainty, the confusion? If you are, then congratulations, because this means you are closer than you think. This means your vibrational energy is reaching a tipping point, and the only thing left for you to do is surrender, to let go of the old, to trust the process, and to prepare for the moment when everything shifts in your favor. The energy surge: how to harness the power of your vibrational explosion for manifestation. There comes a point in your spiritual journey where everything you've been experiencing, the chaos, the emotional waves, the sudden losses, culminates into something undeniable. A force so powerful that you can feel it in your body, in your mind, very soul. This is the moment when your vibrational energy is no longer just rising, it is exploding. And if you know how to harness this energy, you can use it to manifest with a level of power that most people will never experience in their lifetime. But here is the secret: energy on its own is neutral. It is raw potential waiting to be directed. And if you do not take control of this surge, it will either propel you forward into a reality beyond your wildest dreams, or it will scatter chaotically, leaving you feeling overwhelmed, drained, and uncertain. Most people do not understand what to do when their energy reaches this peak. They feel the intensity, the urgency, the undeniable sense that something massive is happening, but they do not know how to channel it. Some people panic, allowing their energy to spiral into anxiety, fear, and self-doubt. Others ignore it, numbing themselves with distractions, pretending nothing is changing. But those who truly understand energy, those who recognize the power of this moment, do something different. They focus. They align. They become laser clear on what they want to create, and they direct this energy like a laser beam into their manifestations. And this is where true magic happens. When your vibration reaches this level, manifestation is no longer about effort, it's about alignment. You do not need to try to attract things into your life. You simply need to become the energetic match for what you desire, and it will be drawn to you like gravity. But here's where most people make a mistake. They think manifestation is about asking for something external: a new job, more money, a relationship. They focus on the outcome instead of the frequency. But if you truly want to harness this explosion of energy, you must stop focusing on the what and start focusing on the who. Who are you becoming? What version of yourself is aligned with the reality you desire? Because once you embody that version of yourself, everything else will follow automatically. This is why, in the moments when your energy is at its highest, the most powerful thing you can do is choose. Choose who you are. Choose how you show up. Choose the energy you operate from. Because the universe is not responding to your words, it is responding to your frequency. If you are still vibrating at the level of doubt, worry, or fear, you will continue to attract experiences that reflect those frequencies. But if you shift, if you fully step into the energy of certainty, abundance, and alignment, your entire reality will reorganize itself around you. But here's the truth that most people don't want to hear. This requires full commitment. You cannot half-step your way into a new vibration. You cannot say you want abundance while still acting from a place of scarcity. You cannot say you want love while still holding on to the wounds of the past. You cannot say you want success while still making decisions based on fear. The universe does not respond to wishful thinking, it responds to embodiment. And this is why so many people stay stuck, even when they feel their energy rising. They are afraid to let go of the old version of themselves. They are afraid to fully commit to the shift. But the truth is, you cannot hold on to both. You must decide. When your vibrational energy explodes, you are being given a rare opportunity, an open doorway into a new reality. But you must walk through it. You must step into the unknown, into the version of yourself that already exists in the frequency of what you desire. And this is where the real work begins. Because stepping into a new vibration is not just about thinking differently, it is about being different. It is about acting from a place of faith before the evidence shows up. It is about making decisions as if your manifestation has already happened. It is about trusting so deeply that you no longer question whether or not it is coming, you know it is done. And this is where most people hesitate. They wait for signs, for proof, for reassurance. They want to see the manifestation before they believe in it. But that is not how energy works. You must believe first. You must trust first. You must step into the vibration of what you desire before it appears in your physical reality. And when you do this, when you fully commit to operating from this new frequency, something incredible happens. Time bends. Reality rearranges. Things that once seemed impossible begin to unfold effortlessly. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. People show up at the perfect moment. Synchronicities become undeniable. And you realize that manifestation is not about forcing anything, it is about allowing everything. So I want to ask you, are you ready to harness this energy? Are you ready to stop waiting, stop hesitating, and fully step into the vibration of what you desire? Because if you are, then this moment, this surge of energy you are feeling is your invitation. It is the universe calling you forward, asking you to claim what has always been yours. The only question is, will you answer the call? The point of no return, how to lock in your new vibration and never fall back. There comes a moment in every spiritual awakening when you realize there is no going back. You have felt the shift, witnessed the changes, and experienced the undeniable power of your rising vibration. But now, the real challenge begins. Because the truth is, transformation is not about a single breakthrough. It is about locking in that new frequency so deeply that you never slip back into old patterns, old mindsets, or old limitations. And this is where most people unknowingly sabotage themselves. They experience a surge of energy, they feel unstoppable, they manifest incredible opportunities, but then, slowly, they start to retreat. They second-guess themselves. They allow fear to creep back in. They start questioning whether they are truly capable of holding this higher vibration. And before they realize it, they are back in their old reality, wondering what went wrong. The most dangerous moment in any vibrational shift is right after the explosion. When your energy is at its peak, when you feel invincible, when everything is aligning effortlessly, that is when the mind tries to pull you back. It whispers doubts. It makes you question whether this new reality is sustainable. It tries to convince you that maybe this was just temporary, just a lucky streak, just a phase. And if you listen to that voice, if you allow yourself to entertain those doubts, you will start to lower your frequency without even realizing it. This is why so many people experience backslides in their spiritual journey. They think the shift was the hard part, but in reality, maintaining the shift is the true test. So how do you lock in your new vibration? How do you make sure that you never fall back into old patterns? The answer is commitment. A level of commitment so deep that retreat is not an option. You must decide fully, completely that this is your new reality, that this version of you is not temporary, that the energy you have stepped into is not something you will visit occasionally, but something you will embody permanently. And this requires unshakable discipline, not the kind of discipline that comes from force, but the kind that comes from devotion. A devotion to yourself, to your growth, to your higher self. The first step in locking in your vibration is awareness. You must become hyper-aware of the subtle ways your old energy tries to creep back in. Notice the thoughts that try to convince you that you are not ready. Notice the moments when you feel the pull to return to old habits, old relationships, old coping mechanisms. These moments are not random, they are tests. The universe is asking you, are you sure? Are you truly committed to this new vibration? And your response in these moments determines everything. If you hesitate, if you entertain the old energy, you create an opening for it to return. But if you stand firm, if you refuse to lower your frequency, you send a signal to the universe that you are unshakable. The second step is embodiment. You must live as if your new vibration is already permanent. Act from this higher frequency every single day. Speak differently. Move differently. Make decisions from the mindset of the person who already has what you desire. Because the truth is, your external reality will always reflect your internal state. If you operate from the old frequency, you will recreate the old circumstances. But if you hold your new energy with absolute certainty, your external world will have no choice but to align with it. The third step is expansion. Once you lock in your new vibration, do not settle. Do not get comfortable. Keep pushing, keep growing, keep stretching yourself into even higher levels of awareness and power. Many people make the mistake of thinking that once they reach a new vibration, they can relax. But energy is always moving, always evolving. If you do not actively expand it, it will start to contract. This is why true masters of energy are never stagnant. They are always reaching for the next level, always deepening their connection, always refining their frequency. And here's the ultimate truth: there is no final destination. There is no point where you arrive and never have to do the work again. Your energy will always be evolving, your vibration will always be rising. But the key is to never allow yourself to fall back into unconsciousness. To never let the old version of you reclaim control. To never forget who you have become. Because once you truly step into your highest vibration, once you fully embody your power, there is no going back. The only path is forward. The only option is expansion. The only reality is the one you choose to create. So I want to ask you, the energy has already shifted. The door has already opened. The choice has already been made. Will you step forward with absolute certainty? Will you lock in this vibration so deeply that nothing can shake it? Will you refuse to ever lower your frequency again? Because if you do, you will never fall back. You will never question your power again. You will never have to start over. You will only rise, only expand, only ascend into higher and higher levels of reality. And that is the true path of mastery, the path of no return, the path of infinite evolution, the path of your highest self.